Oh, God, Mike, that was amazing.
That was awesome.
Oh, okay, we should probably record our podcast now after that.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sweating.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
guys. How you doing?
Hey.
Welcome
Let
back.
me get that off your face, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
dude.
okay,
My
good.
jaw hurts.
Yeah, fuck, jeez.
Hey, guys.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of Instant Rice Podcast. My name is Jordan, and the sun has... I tried to fight the sun this weekend, but turns out the sun's got hands. I got fucking bodied, bro. How was your 4th of July weekend, Mike? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
How you doing? I'm Mike. I did not get bodied by the sun.
Because you got that beautiful golden brown skin,
I was about
Mike.
to say I could. Thank God for my tan skin. My Asian blood saved me this time.
Yeah, blessed with it, Mike. What'd you get yourself into this weekend? What were you up to?
Honestly, not too much.
No.
It was mostly just like a stay at home with the family type thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, Sawdust Days or like.
Yeah.
Is it Sawdust Days like everywhere, or is it just like here that we call it Sawdust
I think
Days?
it's just called it here.
So it's just like a 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July celebration type
Yeah, and last year it was closed down because of COVID.
Yes.
You know, and so this was the first year that it opened up.
Wait, is it back up?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they canceled it.
No. It wasn't like a full-on Sawdust Days.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't like any of the rides or
It was
anything.
just fireworks?
It was just mostly the fireworks and stuff.
Okay.
I didn't go this year.
No?
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling it. I'll be honest.
Did you go anywhere for fireworks?
No.
Really?
I did not.
You fucking commie.
Yeah,
You didn't look
I know. My patriotism is plummeting right now. But I might get some shit for this. But I'm not the biggest fan of fireworks.
Dude, no, I agree. Brandon and I literally said the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. Because we went on Ashley's parents' boat.
Okay.
And so before that, Brandon was like, "Yo, I don't even really like fireworks."
Oh, thank God I'm not. Oh, thank
like,
God.
Dude, me either. They're so like kind of boring, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you're watching, you're like, okay, cool.
It's
It's just the same thing for
It's like
10 minutes.
I was about to say it's 10 minutes of like ooh lights,
Yeah.
and then like all that time is like, all right. Well, we got pack up.
And then,
we gotta-
then like it delays for like 10 seconds. You're like, is it over? You see that like 6 different times during the
And then
fireworks show.
you
just,
see like
"Is it
half the people starting to clear out even
Yeah.
before the show's over, so they could get through their cars
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
dip and everything.
You know, this
They're like,
thing
we
in
gotta beat this traffic.
Yeah, dude, that's the worst thing. That's what my stepdad, he hates going to fireworks because he doesn't want to get stuck in traffic. And
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
my parents are the same way too.
Dude, there was one year where I had to work at 11 o'clock, and I was there for the fireworks, and like as soon as like the grand finale started going, like where they just shoot out a bunch of them, Noah turned around and I was sprinting because it came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh my fucking God, I gotta get to work. I can't be stuck in traffic. So I was gone, bro.
Dude, okay, so there's a reason why I'm not really the biggest fan of Sawdust Days. I haven't been a fan of Sawdust Days for
Yeah.
a while now.
It is pretty ghetto.
It's very bad, but I've been conditioned to hate it. Like literally, this is some childhood trauma.
This
I'm
is
about
like
to get
your
into.
upbringing, yeah.
Yeah. So
You were nurtured into it.
so as a kid, all right. So like Filipinos, more history of Filipinos in the Wisconsin area, I guess. We like in the past we would always like do 4th of July together. Right, we we'd meet up at Menominee Park,
Yeah.
and like we would always like sit by each other and just have one giant like big family thing. That being said, for the longest time, my family specifically, was always in charge of getting the spot, and that means you have to go early.
Early, dude.
And we're talking like noon. Like the fireworks are until like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And we would go there at noon. Jordan, we're 22. We're old. We didn't have smartphones back then. All I had was like a Game Boy or a DS.
Oh, this goes centuries back.
Yeah,
this goes back.
This is like this started in elementary school.
Oh,
and so
my
and then my
God.
parents, my scummy parents, they would leave my sister and I. They're like, you two stay here and watch this, watch the
No.
thing.
We're gonna go shopping.
We're gonna go walk around and do shit.
We're gonna go to the
And so-
15 Indian
Exactly.
tents.
And so my sister and I would sit like in the freaking like 90-degree weather
Oh
with
my
nothing
God.
but like our shitty iPods,
Yeah.
like the music iPods, and our
Yeah,
Game Boys.
you got no data. You can only play Doodle
Nothing.
Jump.
Nothing.
You
We would just sit there. There was this umbrella that we would hide under, and like that was our only shade because we'd never get the spot by the trees.
That
It was the worst.
That tradition would continue because I remember that one year, like this was a couple of years ago, where you were with us and we went up and Christine was there with her dog.
Yeah.
And like so she even from Green Bay had to come get the
Yeah.
fucking spot.
It was bad, dude. I hated it. It was-
Yeah. Yeah, my parents used to have like, because they had like their own business, so they used to have like a tent there. So like after I moved out, I tried to avoid them, and like they'd always be in a different spot. So like I'd be walking through, and if they saw me, it was over. I was like, oh, it's like a stealth mission in a video game, where I'm like crawling under a cardboard box. And then they look at me, I have to stop. But like, yeah, it was. And then there was a few times like I could never afford the rides. So
No,
like I'd always
no.
go there because I didn't have a job at the time. It was like sophomore year of high school, and like I didn't have I got a job later, like junior year I think, or sophomore year. And it was like before I had a job, I didn't have fucking $40 to spend on going on the only the Zipper was like the only good ride, and
Dude.
even that was like
I'll be
torture.
honest. I think I've only been on a couple of rides.
yeah, you're
It's
not a
be-
big ride guy.
No,
though.
I'm scared.
Yeah, and
I'm
they're all,
scared
like-
of heights.
like any fucking ride that you can just unpack from a fucking van.
Yeah, I know. That's sketchy as hell.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, why don't
Yeah.
you do like our little like knockoff Superman, like Dangle? It's like, what?
What the fuck is this?
It's like, hey, Johnny, have you finished setting up yet? Like, we
And
lost
they
a couple
all
of bolts.
spin. They
Yeah.
all fucking
Dude.
spin.
It is not.
That is the most dangerous type of ride coming out of a goddamn back of a pickup truck. It's like what?
Even like the zipper. Like, remember
Yeah.
like the stories of like the one chick who got like a huge chunk of her hair ripped out because like it got caught.
No.
Yeah, this happened in Oshkosh.
No.
Where yeah, it's like because you know the
Yeah,
zipper,
I bet on
spins.
it. Dude, when I was in there, everything in my pockets just flew out.
Yeah, like so she had
Trying
like
to catch it.
so she had like super long hair and I
Oh
got
my
caught and it just
fucking
ripped a
God.
huge chunk of her hair out and shit.
That makes me want to fucking puke.
I think they closed it down for like the rest of that year.
They closed it down for an hour. Like,
They had to get all the hairs
like-
out.
Yeah, we'll close her down. All right, they're gone. Open it back up again.
As soon as they just like turn around the corner, it's like spin it back up, spin it back
Yeah.
up.
Power on! But dude, that was like the sketchiest fucking ride, and like that was the one that everybody cared about. It was that one, and like what was it, like the Spaceship 3000?
Yeah, yeah.
Space spin. I
There's
don't
also
fuck-
like the didn't we have a Ferris wheel?
Oh yeah, we had a Ferris wheel. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
I
yeah.
bet on that too. Yeah, but it's like Ferris wheels are questionable for me because like they're so slow. They are cool. Like the one in Navy Pier is really cool.
Yeah.
And like big ones like in Vegas, like the whatever it's called. Those are cool as fuck. Where they're just giant Ferris wheels that you can observe, but. There's only so much you can observe from fucking Menominee
Yeah, I
Park.
know. It's like, wow, I
And
can
then-
see the slopes.
Yeah, and then you get up to the top, and they're loading someone on the bottom, and you're just baking in the sun. Like, you get on the Ferris wheel, you better set aside a half hour to an hour of your day because you
Right.
are not getting off this for a while.
It takes like 20 minutes to even get on the ride
Yeah.
because the line is always so
Mhm.
long.
And then once you're on there, you go here. Oh, we're loading it. Every step of the way, there's someone getting on, and so it's just like. Ferris wheels are just not my thing, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Right,
like I
rides-
said, except for Navy Pier and like.
Rides in general, man. I don't know. I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah, I
was
am
never
too.
a fan.
I'm afraid of heights. It's weird because I'm afraid of heights, but like only when it's like not controlled. Like if I'm in like a roller coaster, I don't mind it because I know like the chances of me dying on a roller coaster.
You see Final Destination? You
I
see
have.
it?
But did
see
you
it?
hear the quote in line when Ian was like, "Chances of you dying in line for a roller coaster are twice as high as you
Oh
dying
my
on a
god!
roller
Get
coaster."
that shit out.
That's true. You're more likely to
die.
die on a fucking hammock than you are to die in a roller coaster.
A hammock?
A hammock, yeah. You're more likely to die by a vending machine than you are to die in a roller
We
coaster.
brought a hammock camping this year.
That
I didn't know I could have
That
died.
could have been the death of you. You just get irrational fear for everything that is a death statistics. What? Statistics.
I could die from this faster than a roller coaster. What the fuck?
Yeah. Is your leg leisurely in your backyard? Your eyes just break open. Just, oh God, I could die here right now. bloodshot.
You're just like riding with a pencil, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, pencils are sharp.
Pencils could fucking kill me. And but yeah, so like if it's like somewhere where I'm watching like a video and people are like climbing roofs and like they're doing parkour like on tall buildings and stuff with like no harnesses or anything like that, that's scary as shit to me. But like if I'm like in like a obstacle course like with a vest on that's chained up again I'll go crazy on that kind of thing.
Okay, fair
Because
enough.
I know like I have too much trust in things, so like I expect things to work, and when like if they don't, then oh shit, I shouldn't trust them. But like then I'll learn my lesson to get paralyzed or whatever. But
for me, it's like there's two factors into it. One of them is like is for like the environment.
oh yeah,
Too many times have I been on like a structure where it's like it's shady as hell.
Oh yeah,
where it's like you'll be like on like a wooden like
wooden staircase.
yeah, and you just like you feel that shit.
Or like those like giant like rope bridges across canyons.
Yeah, no, you just
It's Shrek.
you just feel like the wood stretching as you're stepping on it. You're like, why?
And then you
Like,
step on that one plank and it falls. You're like,
yeah, the worst is like a wobbly step or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Like you just like you step on it and you feel jiggle underneath. You're like you just grip the sides like I'm gonna die.
pissing and shitting at the same time.
dude. Oh, I'll get on this side tangent real quick. I went to a roller coaster park. And I was in line with my sister and Vinny.
Okay.
Because it was the three of us.
Wait, where were you?
Mall of America.
Oh.
So like that Nickelodeon.
Dude, no.
So we were in line to, I think it was like rock bottom or something like that.
That's straight down.
Yeah, that was just
Yeah.
straight plumage. And so both Christine and Vinny knows I'm terribly afraid of stuff, but they dragged me along anyways because I didn't want to be a buzzkill. So I was in line, but as like we were still at the bottom, so we haven't even gone up the stairs yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
But I just looked up and I saw it and I panicked. I was having a panic attack. I'm like, I can't do this. So I made up the stupid bullshit line of like, I gotta go to the bathroom. You guys go without me.
Peeking around the corner, watching them keep moving up the line.
Yeah, I was just like, you guys go without me. I really have to go to the bathroom. And I turned, and this demoralized me.
Oh.
I turned around, and there was a father and like a 5-year-old son. I was like 12 or like 11 or 12. So like I was young, but I was definitely older than that kid. And that kid was going on the ride with his dad. And literally it was like a movie moment where like the little son tugged on the dad's shirt and he's like, "Where is he going, Dad?" And literally right in front of me, like they pretended like I wasn't there. And like the dad was like, "He's too afraid, son. He's too scared." So he's running away.
He's not brave like you, son. He's a little pussy bitch.
And then because they said that right in front of me, I was like, I'm going to the bathroom. Like I'm talking to some stranger. I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom.
You have to explain yourself to him.
Exactly. I've never met this guy in my life. He just called me a scaredy cat. I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, when you're 12.
And then I ran away.
When you're 12, scaredy cat is like the worst.
Dude, I was demoralized. Like a 5-year-old was braver than me. His father just made
Just
fun
puts
of
you
me.
in the dirt to
I
this
know.
kid.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I will never.
That's
like,
what we call a pussy kid. That's what we call
it
a little
traumatized me,
bitch.
dude. I was like, am I really a pussy?
No, but that ride is crazy, bro.
Dude, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I didn't go. I remember.
you never went back?
No, I remember.
You jumped in the bushes and you were watching.
I just remember like standing on the side watching Christy and Vinny go. I'm like,
You're like, "Wee, this is so much fun without Mike." The little kid's like, "Yo, I'm not even scared." He's on the train behind them. Like the dad, him and his dad look right at you while you're watching from the
I was
sidelines.
half expecting them to walk out the ride and like the father hands him a beer, like, "Here you go, son. Like, you've earned
The
it."
kid's got a full beard.
Yeah, he has a tattoo.
He's got 2 bitches.
How about you and I take these hoes back to the hotel?
You've earned it, son. Spits on you.
Oh, didn't see you there.
How was your pee-pee break, bitch boy?
I'm surprised you didn't piss yourself.
Gets a piss on your leg, bitch.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just ever since I was a kid, I'm afraid of heights, man. Fuck that.
To be fair, though, that ride that did turn you away was kind of an insane fucking ride.
I hated it.
For an indoor park, too.
Yeah, it was surprisingly impressive.
Yeah, because Jake and I went on. I remember when Jake and I went, we were around the same age as that, like 12. So we were in
Mhm.
like in middle school, and we went there once, and there was no line, so we
Nice.
walked right up to it and we rode it, and like since there was no ride, they just kept letting us go. We rode it like 3 times in a row, and like that drop was insane. It's literally vertical. It is
Yeah,
literally
no,
like
it's
there's no
bad.
incline at all. You go straight down, which is fucking.
I
That's
hate
so insane.
that. I hate that feeling of
Yeah.
like just falling and like you feel like your heart, like
Yeah.
your whole entire body lift up.
Yeah, I bet you hate those like giant drop rides. Yeah.
It's terrifying. dude.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Because they had one at Mall of America. Alternatively,
Oh,
I
yeah.
am very good with water rides. Like,
yeah.
They had like you sit in the chair and like you get in the splash, like they drop you. It's kind of like a similar drop, but then
Uh-huh.
you like fall into the water and like you get splashed and stuff.
Oh,
Like for some reason, I'm okay with that.
what?
It's like I trust
wonder
the.
why.
It's like I
You
trust
think
the
water's
water.
gonna like break your fall?
I think so.
You think
I
the
think I've
water
seen
will-
so many movies where
like
like they fall.
Minecraft?
Yeah, you just
You
like
have a
no
one
matter
block
how
of
high,
water.
no matter how high you are, it's like as long as I get my pinky toe in that water, I'm fine,
will
dude. I'm
live.
fine.
Even though in reality, if you hit the water from a high distance, it's like concrete.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I remember specifically like, hey guys, let's go on the water one again, and they're like again, like there's other rides here. I'm like, no, let's go on that one.
Little water boy, a little wet boy.
Yeah, I know. It's I feel comfortable, I guess.
It's so funny. But like there was like actually the story I heard recently of this skydiver who so he wanted to kill himself, I guess.
Oh,
So he
God.
jumped out of an airplane, like he went to go skydiving, but he just jumped out without the parachute, and he hit the water. I think he hit the water and lived. So so he ended up
Nice.
living, but he died in the hospital. So like,
Oh.
he hit the water and died. But like they tell you, apparently, if you're skydiving and your parachute doesn't work, do not aim for water. Like,
What?
yeah, water is like it'll be like concrete.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like they say to go aim for trees, so like you can hit the trees and then like use it to get to the bottom.
Oh, like just like
yeah,
keep
see,
hitting branches.
Yeah,
and shit.
which that sounds like hell. I'd rather hit the fucking concrete. And they said, dude, this is the worst thing. They say to land on your feet. So like pencil,
God.
so your legs take all the fucking like
I mean,
weight. So
that
you
makes
won't
sense,
die.
but-
Your legs will just break. It's
God.
worse than death. You just imagine you're plummeting from the fucking heavens, and you land on your feet, and your legs will shatter. Like your bones will literally be like glass. I could not imagine I would scream so loud, hell would hear me.
It's just
Dude.
and then you aim for the trees, so you're like, ah! You're just like getting your ass handed to you by a bunch of branches. You time slows down where you like pass a squirrel that's sitting on a branch, and you just like you're fucked.
He's sipping coffee out of a mug, just watching, like, what's going on? You just keep hitting fucking branches, and then after you hit all the branches, your legs hit the ground, and then just a glass shatter effect.
Oh God!
This glass shatter sound effect happens. Like, bones are glass. Like, yeah, dude, I would. Oh my God, I would literally aim. I'm gonna aim
No
for
way.
water if I ever do that.
I just at that point, if my parachute is, I just be just kill me, just kill me.
literally, I'd belly flop.
Like, you go into like a perfect dive, like head first dive. You're like,
He misread. You're like, oh, I think you're supposed to get your arms to take all the fall for this one.
oh God!
Oh my God,
You land on all fours.
dude, that actually might be the best strategy. Just land on all fours.
Trees, landing in or like bracing yourself in trees. See,
Yeah, that sounds painful too, though.
that makes sense, but at the same
Just get
time,
impaled
I'm
by
also I'm like picturing like pine trees, like giant Christmas trees, and you're like, all right, this is gonna break my fall, and then the first tree you hit, you just instantly get impaled. You're just like,
You just slide down it. You just.
the entire time you're just, and then you still like shatter your legs at the bottom. You're like, why?
It slides all the way down, and then as soon as your belly touches the ground, your legs just shatter.
It just explodes. You just,
Yeah, there's literally like both your legs just explode.
oh God.
But yeah, man, I couldn't even imagine like, because for me, like skydiving, I don't know if I'll ever do it. That is.
No, we have a couple of friends that went skydiving.
Wait, really?
I didn't. I could be totally wrong, but didn't Nick say he went skydiving?
Oh, I believe it. I don't know though, but I believe it.
Oh man, I couldn't do it. I
know you. couldn't.
there's no way.
Unless
There's
you
no
land
way.
in water.
I'm like, we're only doing it if there's water.
So how do you feel about diving boards?
Diving boards are so.
That's water.
I used to be afraid of diving boards. So I went through like swimming lessons through the YMCA.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, I know. It was
You got your little swim cap.
I'm not gonna die.
Your little goggles on.
I'm about to. Bro, you're gonna think of a. Dude, all right. I got held back a year.
It's swimming lessons.
It's swimming lessons.
You weren't good enough at
Because-
the doggy paddle, boy.
No, I excelled at my swimming, but it was because at that near the end of the year we go into the deep water and you jump off the diving board.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't go off the diving board. I was afraid of heights. I couldn't do it.
So they held you back.
And so I'm
I
like
don't think you can even get held back.
I'm-
That's not even a class.
I know. I'm literally standing at the edge of the diving board. They're like, just jump. I even had like a life vest on and everything.
You got floaties on.
Yeah,
A
I'm
little
like,
ducky.
but I'm like, I can't. So I turned around and walked off the diving board, and they're like,
the
and
same kid in his dad.
the same kid.
Where's he going, Dad? He's 5 years older. Where's he going, Dad?
To be fair, this happened in like third or like elementary school, so like I was even younger.
Oh, this was the prequel.
This is a prequel, and because I didn't jump off that diving board, they talked to my dad. They're like, "Sorry, sir, like your son can't complete that class because he didn't jump off the diving board." So I had to repeat it.
that life coach was the dad.
Yeah, he's
America.
like, let me write down this name.
Your son's a little bitch boy.
Yeah, dude.
I have to go to the bathroom.
No excuses. Yeah, no excuses. I flat out said like I'm scared. I'm
scared.
too
I'm fucking
scared.
6 years old. I'm scared of heights. It's not unreasonable.
Yeah, no, it was weird. And I had to redo it. But then the second time I did it, I jumped off the
problem?
diving board.
How tall was it?
I couldn't tell you.
Wait, was this at the Y in Oshkosh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the. It was actually. It wasn't even the Y. It was a Y program, but it was the one connected to North. Because you know that North has a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was done there.
It was pretty tall.
Honestly, it probably wasn't even that tall.
Well, it was to you when you were like.
to me when I was a
Yeah.
little bitch boy.
Yeah, well, yeah, you were still at that age where it was okay to be scared. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, that's fine. Like, I would have been fucking probably scared too. But, like, I've never jumped off, like, a high diving board. Because, like.
It was. I like to imagine it was pretty tall.
Okay.
Well, it was a
it's
high
probably,
school.
like, fucking 50 feet high.
It was
I
a
think
high
it's-
school, so like they did have like a swim team. So
yeah,
like,
so, like,
I
these were for
imagine-
high schoolers.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So it was huge, man. It was on the ceiling.
It was, like, on the roof. It was higher than this whole school.
yeah.
Yeah, man, I get it though. Like, for me, I've never jumped off a diving board just because I don't think I could dive really well. I've never really had to swim. Like, you know, I'm not that strong of a swimmer. I can doggy paddle pretty fucking good though. I did take swimming lessons when I was little, like before kindergarten at South Park. But other than that, I just kind of learned. My sisters just threw me into the wave pool at the Y, and I learned. But yeah, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, this is all right. This is completely off topic.
Okay, that's good.
This is a total shift.
Hop on that
from-
segue. Let's go.
Yeah, this is a total shift. But we're adults.
Yeah.
We have our licenses. We drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know how in every person's life, or most people, like I'll get to this later, but how most people have that that transition from like being a super reckless driver to being like a normal person to society, a normal human being who drives safely. What was your experience that made you change? Like, did you go through like, I don't want to say traumatic, but like did you go through like some type of experience that like made you like, oh shit, I gotta
I
drive safer.
I
or whatever.
still drive recklessly, like in terms of like I drive fast a lot, especially when I deliver now.
Mhm.
So like I have like more of an excuse. Like I just drive fast. I don't really run red lights or run like stop signs or like do anything recklessly. For me, it's just like fast. I just always speed. But there was one time in high school where I was racing Noah, remember? And like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I hit the fucking sign, and that in the moment I didn't really think about it, but I was like, dude, that sign could have like decapitated Jake. Like street signs are fucking sharp, and like I was coming at it fast as fuck. So like if I was like a little bit more to the right, that shit would have like sliced bro.
See-
And like that scares the fuck out of me.
See, it's that one I wanted to talk about because, I, like I said, some people haven't had like that realization yet.
Yeah.
And my theory on it is you have to have someone else in the vehicle
Oh,
with you
100%.
because like when you like fuck up on your own, it doesn't really register as much.
Yeah,
like
it's just
people,
like, oh, fuck, that
yeah, people
sucks.
like will crash into like a something and they'll be like,
Uh-huh.
oh shit, I fucked up. But like it's not. It's only until you have someone that another life.
Yeah.
That's like, oh my god, like I almost killed them.
And so that's another thing too for me. It's when I'm driving with other people, I drive a lot better than when I'm by
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
So when I'm driving by myself, I don't really think too much. I just drive. But like back when I used to drive around with my ex, or like when I drive around with friends, and I'm like, first of all, they're gonna judge me. Second of all, like I want them to be safe and like not think I'm a shitty driver and like trust me to drive.
Right.
So like it was more of like pressure when there's other people in the car because you care for them more than yourself.
Right.
So like yeah, there's that for sure.
For me, it was in sophomore year. I may have told you the story, but I was with 3 other people, and I was because sophomore year.
Oh, I remember the story.
I was the first person to get my
Yep,
license
yep,
in the
and
friend
we all
group.
piled in.
Yeah,
way
we
across
used to
each other's lap.
sardine and stuff.
Yeah, that was bad.
So like I was on top of the world. I was like I got my license. Like everyone needs me.
Yeah, I am alpha.
Yeah, and so it was like during the middle of winter, and we're in Wisconsin, so like that actually matters.
Yeah, bad.
My car was a shitty Taurus, so like which also the defroster was fucking like busted at the time, so like my windows are like my windshields were just like super frosted to hell, and like unless I wanted to sit in like the driveway preheating my car for like a solid hour, like
so you just scrape it with your sleeve.
And so I was with 3 other people, and I forget where we were going. I think we were going to like dinner or something, but we were driving over by Leonard Point.
Yep.
We were like exiting, and you know how it's like the 2 lanes are separated by the grass thing.
Yeah.
And I went to the left lane, the wrong lane.
Yep.
And then there's the giant semi truck, and I tried slamming on my brakes, and I slid on ice, and it was just thank God the truck stopped because obviously we would have died. It was like literally
head-on collision.
It would have been a head-on collision during the winter. 4 sophomore students would have just been paced.
That was with a girl you liked too, yeah?
Yeah. I was so embarrassed. She was in the passenger seat right next to me and shit. I was like, that was the most embarrassing thing in the world. But no, it was like, I always think back to that moment because it was that moment where I'm like, wow, I needed like.
That wasn't really like reckless though. That was just a mistake.
Yeah, but like. I was very like distracted because obviously I had the girl that I liked right next to me. I was blasting Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars on my music. Like I didn't do any car like I didn't really scrape.
Yeah,
it was like a half-ass scrape.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like. I don't know. I consider that reckless driving just because I wasn't really paying attention.
I get that.
Otherwise, like. No, I agree. Like, I become a completely different person when it's just me or if I have passengers. Because I used to be a delivery driver, too. So, you just, like, you feel so powerful once you have that topper on.
I don't even have a topper, dude.
You don't have a topper?
No, I don't. I don't have anything that says that I'm a delivery driver. I just get very, very lucky.
You're living the bold life.
I am. I really am.
The amount of power you get when you have a topper, you can do anything.
I was going to Google that. Do cops, like, are more lenient with speeding with delivery drivers?
You can still get pulled over. I mean, I imagine, like, if you're, like, doing like normal speeding,
Yeah.
they won't like, oh, he's a delivery driver.
Yeah.
But like if you're like flying down the road, then
Yeah,
they'll still
there's
pull you
a
over.
point where they'll. I mean, I think they're more lenient though.
Yeah, I think so. And
Yeah.
then it's just like parking privileges too. Like you
Yeah.
can park anywhere,
Dude,
or just like
I do that so much, and I'm like, I don't know how the fuck I'm like not getting ticketed or anything. I just throw my hazards on and I park anywhere, and I'm just like, be back, fucker. I leave my car running all the time.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know. I don't know. I was just thinking about this the other day.
Yeah,
and
like you said, like we said, it's like as long as there's other people in the car, then there's a way big difference than when you're driving by yourself. That there doesn't really have to be. Well, maybe there does have to be like an event because we both had events that happened.
yeah,
That like changed it because of other people in the car, and like I wonder if Rye, even though his accident was by himself, I wonder if he's more cautious now. You know what I mean?
that's a good point.
Like I wonder, dude, I don't know how the fuck he did that. Even to this day, I don't understand how he hit a pole that was on the right side of the car on the left side of the car. He hit the driver's door on a pole that was on the right side of the road.
dude. Oh man,
It's so funny to me.
I didn't see it. It was just one of those moments where we got off of school together.
Yeah.
And we went to McDonald's, and then after McDonald's, we were like, "I'll see you online for Call of Duty." They're like, "Hell yeah, brother!"
Could have been the last thing you ever said to him.
It really was. I was like, "All right, I'll see you on for COD." And I get home and like I'm waiting online, and all of a sudden I check my phone. I see the snap of
Yeah.
the car. I'm like, "Oh!"
Do you ever think about that either? Is like, and like when you say things to people, that could be the last thing you ever say to them.
All the time, dude.
Like when you said, "See you online, brother," like that, and then he could have died that day. Like that would have been the last thing you ever said to him.
It would have been like a RL like last Xbox message, like like, "Hey, you want to get on?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe another time."
Up on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Last seen 385 days
Yeah,
ago.
dude. But it's just like that's his life. He's just like, oh my god. No, I think about that all the time. Also, I've been kind of like, it might be weird, but I've been also like thinking about that with like strangers. Like I'll never, I never like say it out loud, but like in my head, like I'll never see this person ever again in my life. Like I don't know what they're gonna do with their life,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. It's just a
Oh my god! And it's like the thing too. If like when you meet someone like a stranger, you don't know what they've done in their life. Like if you're talking to someone who's like murdered their whole family and like they just got done doing it, and then like you can see it on the news later and be like, oh my god, holy shit! I bumped into him in fucking Walmart. It could have been me.
that's, dude. That's such a crazy thought, or just
If they're walking among us like this,
right.
yeah,
Like
among us
even
in real
me,
life.
you just, yeah, like even me, like you just got off work, but what was I doing?
Yeah.
What was I doing when you were at work?
You were probably. Let me see those hands. Wait.
Well, I could have like drowned someone in the water, but
Yeah. Is this a confessional?
no. It's our topics today have been pretty dangerous. We got skydiving, we got heights, we got car crashes.
Yeah, who could potentially be a murderer?
Who could be? What's another dangerous thing we could talk about?
I don't know. Jake went to Six Flags today,
Six Flags,
so we could talk about roller coasters. Those are dangerous.
roller coasters.
We could talk about Final Destination 3.
Okay, let's go. Let's go for it.
All right, everybody. Spoiler review for Final Destination 3. If you haven't seen this movie, then click off the video. So that one is actually. Let's talk about those. Let's talk about those movies. Final Destination.
Okay.
I think they're making a sixth one.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I think. Well, I don't know if it's like it's not necessarily confirmed. There's like a lot of things that are like mentioned that we don't know anything about, which is really annoying. So like, for example, like a lot of video games, like they're announced or like they're confirmed, but we have nothing.
Yeah.
I wish, dude, I fucking wish that like developers would update you more. Like Rockstar has their thing where they just drop things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know if GTA 6 is in development yet. We can only assume it is because it just feels like it should be. But we know nothing about it because they like with Red Dead 2, nobody even knew that was a thing. They didn't announce it or anything. They just dropped it one day.
I don't know. See, maybe in the past I would have agreed with you, but there's when they release like no information or like any updates, there's no expectations or no deadlines. Because
But-
look at Cyberpunk.
But the thing is, though, wouldn't it be cool, like, for example, for Saints Row 5, if instead of just saying, it's currently in development, and that's all they say, is that if we got, like, screenshots and we could give real-time feedback so that when the game comes out, it's what we want it to be.
Again, though, look at Cyberpunk. Because Cyberpunk was like CD Projekt Red was like,
Yeah.
this Cyberpunk punk project was probably like one of the most broadcasted development or like
Mhm.
in development things in like
For like a like,
game history. Like they were very open about their stuff, and like so they did that. They released screenshots. They
wait,
released-
really?
Yeah,
Like
the
the whole 10 years that it was in development?
not the whole 10 years,
Just the last
like,
couple months or a couple years?
Yeah, the last couple of years, like when they finally like announced it or like really announced
Like
it in
formally
like E3.
said, like, yeah.
That's when they really started like, hey, here's like besides like the basic like gameplay trailer and stuff,
Yeah.
like they really like posted a lot of updates and like promises
Wait, did
of
they
what they
really?
can do. And
Shit.
so like it really built up that like
Yeah.
that player expectations and
Uh-huh.
stuff. And then that plus the buggy mess that it was, it
And the
really killed them.
thousands of delays.
Yeah,
Like
it-
where they kept what they really shouldn't have done is given dates on each delay. When they delayed it, they should have just said indefinitely, you know? Because adding another date and then delaying it again and again, they delayed it like 6
Yeah.
times in like 2 years.
see, I think when people or when a company announces a new game, for example, like they release a trailer for it.
Yeah.
When they release a trailer, I think people automatically assume it's going to be released either next year or 2 years at most.
Oh,
They don't-
yeah, that's true.
Like the moment you release a trailer, they're like, "Oh, it's coming out next year."
But you could just say like coming soon, not like coming this fall.
Well, then they assume it's going to be 2 years then. If it's not next year and it says coming soon, they're like, "Oh, it'll probably be in 2023 or something
and
like
like,
that."
but the thing is, why build a trailer that far in advance? You know what I mean? Like, clearly there's going to be a lot of changes between, like, for example, Saints Row the Third. They had that like that CGI trailer, you know,
Yeah.
with like the Kanye trailer. That was like everybody looked way different, like than like in the actual like. Bro, I really hope they change the engine for Saints Row 5.
You want them to like go back to like a realistic or
Have you played the remaster?
yeah.
I would kill for that engine for Saints Row 5.
That's
that
fair.
game looked beautiful.
No, it definitely did.
And so like
my only, it wasn't really like a, it wasn't really not
Like
a
a gripe?
So like everyone like looks really good and like
Yeah.
more realistic or whatever.
yeah.
I feel like it was kind of hard to make your player character a little bit more
Oh,
realistic.
really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they always kind of looked kind of goofy, like cartoony.
Yeah, I feel like
I think my guy looked. I don't remember how he looked.
it was hard. I don't
I
know.
did like how they like changed like a lot of the textures from like the base game to like the things that like the clothing items, like they were different
Yeah.
in this one, like more realistic.
I don't know. I think it was like, for me the most, it was like skin color, because like the skin
Oh.
color was still very like
Uh-huh.
white, black, like
Yeah.
tan.
It had like the
yellow.
Yeah.
It didn't really have like I don't want to say I would have preferred a slider, but like I don't know. I just felt like the skin tones were very still dramatic, especially like I'm Asian, so like I try to go
Yeah.
for like a golden tan or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to like transfer that, and then becomes just like a very yellow skin, and I just like
yeah.
it doesn't look good
Mhm.
in my opinion.
And that's the thing. It's like I don't know what they're gonna do, if they're gonna stay cartoony for 5, or if they're gonna go back to like how 1 and 2 was kind of like more realistic, you know.
Yeah.
And like, it's weird, like how from 1 to 4, how different it got. Like now they have to try and find like a balance between like those different types of fans, and like
Yeah.
how they're gonna piss somebody off no matter what they do. So like with GTA 6, for the most part, whatever they do, it'll work, because from all the games they were all kind of similar.
Mhm.
But with Saints Row 5, now they're taking like a gamble on like the people, the OG fans who like the regular or like the old shit, and like the ones who like the new stuff. Like I like both.
yeah.
I think Saints Row 4 is really fun to play. I did not mind the aliens and stuff. I thought it was fun, but I also really love 2. Like 2 is my favorite. I love 2, and like so I'm cool with no matter what they do, even if it's like like 3 is kind of in the middle.
yeah.
3 was
see,
a nice balance.
2 is definitely my favorite. That being said, 3 was a close.
And just for everybody listening, me and Mike are professionals. We both have Saints Row tattoos.
Yeah,
So
it
we know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we have the Saints logo
live
tattooed
and
on our
bleed
bodies.
Saints.
Yeah, that's why I pray to God it's not like some white supremacist
yeah,
shit.
they just like take a completely left turn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're Satanists
Yeah.
now. Like, we hate all races.
Yeah, oh my God, we have to get these tattoos removed.
Can I get a cover up, please?
But yeah, so like it's weird however they go because like I said with GTA, like 6, dude, that's gotta be soon, right? Like it's gotta be soon.
I don't know, man.
We haven't heard shit. They always do this because it always works for them now, and it's
Yeah.
like they'll just drop it because then they know the internet will blow up. You know, it'll explode,
Yeah.
and it's like it's going to no matter what. Just give us something. Don't
But
make
see,
us
it
sit
doesn't.
here.
It doesn't build like super big expectations. I think that's why it succeeds a lot because
Oh yeah,
It just
because you're not expecting anything. So.
right, like everyone can like speculate. Like
But
you
I
and I can
think-
talk about it right now. What we think the game is going to be, or like what we thought, like potential leaks and stuff.
But I think after 10 years, your expectations of seeing nothing, you're going to expect so much stuff. There was a leak of something. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. It was something like GTA 6, and I was like, what the fuck? It was really dumb. It was on Twitter like a couple weeks ago. I fucking wish I could remember because I brought it up and I can't even talk about it. But like a lot of the things, it's like after 10 years, almost like already, and that's not even like anything. Like you're expecting perfection. Like you're expecting it to be perfect because it's been 10 fucking years. And then it's going to come out and it's going to be buggy because everybody's going to try to play it like GTA 5 Online. Remember that? How we couldn't even get on?
Sure.
And it's like you're paying so much money for a game, like $60+ for a video game. And then people would just say, well, I don't expect it to work right away. Huh?
Well-
we used to pay $20 for PS2 games and they worked. Like when
Instantly,
you
yeah.
could buy them and they would just work.
Well, see, and then there's like another thought about it, like the dirty, like I bet not that many people want to think about it, but truthfully, maybe they just haven't been working on it for 5+ years, just because they've been so focused on GTA Online.
5, yeah, online, yeah.
Like
We didn't get a single story DLC for 5.
no,
That's weird, right?
that actually really annoys me.
Yeah, that's
like
bizarre.
I, for one, am a huge like story
Yeah.
mode player, and I love that shit. And not a single like DLC or update, just kind of just
Well, there was like DLCs for like online that would go into story mode, like cars and
yeah,
stuff,
but I
it's
just
not.
feel like
We
that's
want,
not the
more,
same.
We want more of these characters because these are good characters, and now we got that's all we got.
Exactly.
That was it with these 3 awesome characters.
How many times do I see like on TikTok and stuff like GTA 5 clips of the story mode, and it's like
Yeah.
like this is movie quality, or
Uh-huh.
like this is like the best characters of all time, or something like that. It's like they made such a good story and they made such good characters and stuff, and it blows my mind that they didn't really want to just like add anything to it.
Like there were so many different stories to go off of, and they didn't
Right.
do any of them. Like not even just the core 3, but like side characters too.
Exactly.
Like playing as like I don't know. There's just a whole bunch of things, and same with Red Dead 2. No story DLCs.
Yeah, I didn't even think about
Online,
Red Dead.
they're going into online now, which personally I love online, but it's like I also love these characters in these worlds that they built that outside of online. I want to play as Arthur Morgan, not my shitty little fucking scrub with his donkey.
Yeah,
I don't want to play as him.
You're no talking.
Yeah,
like
my quiet,
awkward staring.
yeah, my awkward little nerd guy with his fucking donkey. I want to play as Arthur fucking Morgan, or like John Marston, for example, because spoiler alert, Arthur Morgan, R.I.P. the homie.
Dude,
Like-
no.
I never finished it. But no, dude, Arthur Morgan is 100% the best Rockstar character ever.
That game was such a masterpiece.
I agree.
It still makes me laugh that like you hated it at
I
first.
hated it at first. I slept on it so I was like, dude, riding my fucking horse across the map is driving me crazy.
Dude, I remember because I got it first.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I love it so much. I think you're gonna love
Yeah.
it. And then the first time I'm like, hey man, how'd you like it? You're like, dude, I hate it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was
And then I got into the story, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to.
The
put
story
it down.
makes. Don't get me wrong. It's very slow gameplay.
Yeah.
Or like,
but there's
at
a lot of
least-
stuff in the world to do to stumble upon, which is nice.
Yeah.
So like it makes those excruciating long horseback rides not too long, or like not too excruciating because you stumble upon some random event that you can get into, and
Yeah.
you know.
I kind of gave up on looting halfway through.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
Looting takes like forever.
Looting all the bodies of the people you shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to loot bodies, or I'll loot bodies. I don't loot areas.
Oh well, the
if that
bodies
makes
are
sense.
marked on your map at least.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. That's what it makes them easier.
Yeah.
And then, because really, all you kind of just care about is like ammo and
Yeah.
cash at that point.
Yeah, for
'Cause, like,
sure.
Because I would always get my ammo back from looting bodies, and then I would just use my cash to buy health items.
Yeah, I never needed ammo. I never bought ammo. I mean,
exactly.
I never
exactly.
bought ammo, and I never bought health items. I always just found them.
It was chump change. Like
Yeah.
literally chump change. You
Dude,
just
you can make so much money in the story mode, but like online, it's impossible.
It's
we gotta
hard.
get back into online, dude. That was.
I'd be down for that. That
Those
was
were
fun.
such fun times. Me, you, Jake, and Tam. We might have to find a new fourth though.
the little what was their name? I can't even remember.
The
gang name.
Frickers.
The Frickers.
Yeah, we were frickers.
Yeah, man.
The posse, and we were little shitheads, and we'd always stir.
Not me. I was the sympathetic outlaw.
Yeah,
where I wanted to
you
be
went behind our back
Yeah.
to be a good guy. Just be like, Mike, why is your honor so high? Because
Hey,
we're all in the red.
Every
You're like, oh, I don't know.
every gang has that one guy who's like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this,
Yeah.
guys.
He's trying to get out of this life, this question, this spotty path.
Dude, I'm telling you, like. It clicked. It clicked when we had those guys tied up on the train tracks.
You're like, I gotta get out of this life.
There was a voting system.
As
It was
ti-
like, do we leave them or do we untie them? And it was a 3-1 vote. I'm like, God.
As we all laughed, you were like, I can't watch this.
It was
I
horrible.
can't watch this.
It's horrible. That's fucked up.
You guys are fucked. It's like this is the breakup arc of the movie. Like, I can't keep riding with you guys. I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, that's just the one that clicked. I'm
Or,
like,
I can't keep doing this. I gotta get out this life. And you went behind her back and like went to their family.
yeah, I
and
was
gave
like,
them part of your
take my
share.
money.
Here.
It ain't much.
It ain't
It
much. but It's all I can give
This
to you.
is to atone for my sins.
Yeah, the one husband is like crying, or like the wife is crying. Like, who are you?
you killed my boy.
I'm so sorry about your son, ma'am. Please take this gold in exchange. Get out of here. Get out of my sight.
It was, yeah, dude. I really
can't
went.
forgive you. You're a monster.
It really irks me. It really irks me seeing my honor level so low. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah, and then-
gotta fix this.
Then we were all at work, or we were all gone that day, like doing something. We got back on. And you went through and raised your honor throughout the day.
I
by
became
doing
a bounty
bounties.
hunter, and I was just like, yeah, I
Giving
turned
back
it-
to the poor. They're working in the soup shelter.
I worked 10 shifts in the coal
Yeah,
mines.
you're scrubbing the railroad tracks. I'm sorry. But yeah, dude. And then Tammy was like the butcher. Just ugly
Yeah.
ass character.
Dude, I still have a photo of that ugly ass mug, dude.
Dude, I really want to play that again. That was like the most fun we've ever had. Except for that Saints Row 4 night, that was like the most fun I've ever had on like games.
Oh, dude, I wanna. We never like our personal playthrough. We never finished Saints Row 2 because of
I know.
our
Yeah.
little Carlos
Carlos.
bug.
And then we started 3 as well. I thought maybe we did though.
Did we finish? I don't think we did.
We never even. I don't think. Actually, no, we didn't even start 3 because we wanted to
No.
go 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but then
we
2.
played 4 first.
Yeah,
But now we're doing our prequel. We can probably do that for the channel.
I was about to say, is this another
Yeah, we can do this for the channel.
a little
We'll start-
hey sneak peek?
We'll start 3. We'll start over on 2, and
I
then
love that.
yeah, play through that and play through 3, and then we'll do 4 again.
I'm okay with doing 4. Again.
Yeah, and
we
then-
gotta prep ourselves when 5
When
comes out.
5 comes out, yeah, if it ever does, because Jesus Christ,
No, going back to like expectations for Saints Row. Personally, so this is how like my dream game would go.
okay.
It would be a more like serious tone, like 2,
Yeah.
where like 2 was serious, but they like crack jokes and
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But like it wasn't like over the top or anything.
Yeah, no, I do
Um,
like the movie references in 3 and 4 though.
True. But the main game would be more serious tone, but then like DLC stuff can be like
Oh.
it can be a mix between either serious tone DLC or like lighthearted like newer
Yeah.
Saints DLC. Like
okay.
for example, like you know like Saints Row 4 was meant to be just a big DLC for Saints
Yeah.
Row 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Like something like that where it's like something like super outlandish but just as a DLC.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like I could totally see that being like it pleases because even like people like even fans of like newer Saints Row, I don't think they had a problem with how
No,
like
yeah.
the tone
the,
of
pe-
the
the
older
OG
games.
fans are louder, like,
Right.
much louder with their criticism.
And
So it'd be safer to more of tend towards them.
yeah, and plus I don't even think it would make for a bad game. Now
No,
that
for
being
sure.
said, if they went like super serious tone and then like super realistic graphics, and then people are just gonna start calling it a GTA clone again.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
So that being said, though, would you want like that's gameplay wise or like kind of like tone wise, like story? Would you want like it to be a continuation, or you want it to be a new story? Personally, I want it to continue.
you want it to continue?
I do. Like that's the one thing that Saints Row
Like
has. That
continuing
GTA
from 4.
I would be fine if they retcon it, like, and go back after 3. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like 4 was like a movie or like a reality show or something like that. You know that
Okay.
because at the end of 3, the true ending was that you do Gangsters in Space.
Yeah, Gangsters
So
in
like
Space.
if 4 was like the sequel to Gangsters in Space or something like that, you know what I mean?
I'd be okay
it
with
was like
that.
a
then.
movie.
I would be okay with that because I was about to say if it was continuing after 4, after like, just
No,
where
yeah.
would you even like?
Yeah, where would you go from there?
How would you flip to a serious tone from there?
So I'd be completely fine if 4 was a movie and then it continues after 3, kind of, and like Shondi's still alive and like, well, actually, Gat dies. Gat would be dead in that retcon then.
It's a sacrifice you just
Fuck.
got to make.
I don't want Gat to stay dead though.
No, Gat's probably like the majority's favorite character.
Yeah, but dude, I played both the endings for 3 for the first time, and that Killbane one is actually pretty dark. Like
Yeah.
when Shondi dies.
Yeah, you just stopped
And,
the
like,
plane.
Pierce was like, "Was it worth it, dude?" And it's playing like that music or whatever. That was actually a pretty badass ending. I'd actually be okay if that was canon.
Really?
Yeah, that was actually like it was a lot more like 2, in like tone wise. Like that felt like there was actual loss
That's
like-
fair.
because like there's no really serious loss in 3. It's all just kind of goofy, but like
Yeah, besides Gat, like I don't think you lose
Yeah.
anyone.
and like if and like for Shondi to die because of the boss's selfishness that like he had in 2, where like he was a vicious, more of like out for blood, you know?
Yeah,
like,
he was like a hungry power person
Yeah.
where he
So,
wanted
like,
to be on top no
yeah,
matter what.
and then he kind of just wasn't like that in 3. So like for him to go after Killbane is coming back from 2, where he's like the power hungry boss.
You know,
that he
that's not
once was.
bad. That's
You
not
know what I
actually
mean?
not bad. Because even at the beginning of 3, like Gat's like, we've changed, like we've gone soft and
Yeah.
stuff, and like we're not the same anymore. And so
Uh-huh.
like that would make like a good callback where it's
Isn't
like
it?
the boss is back to being
Yeah.
normal, but at the cost of
At the cost of Shondi and Viola.
damn, that's good.
Yeah, dude, that's
I
what
like
I'm saying.
that.
Like it's actually kind of badass.
And then you're back to your serious tone,
yeah,
and ooh,
yeah, and then you
okay.
take down Stag at the end.
Okay, I'm following.
Like it's actually kind of badass. But then we lose Shondi and Gat.
Well, but that being said, though, it kind of just like leaves it leaves the door open for new characters, though.
Yeah, that's true too. Which
like
there's,
find new
there's
like
obviously
main
gonna be new
companions
people, yeah.
to follow you.
But there was also that one rumor that we talked about on that one podcast where it was like where it was like you're a new gang and you have to take down your old gang. Remember that one?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're a completely different person.
Yeah. So like you have to take down like
and still, it
the
just like
Saints.
leaves the way for new characters.
that like I'm like I don't know. I'm okay. I want new characters, obviously.
Right,
But
right.
like, you know, I like the movie parodies of like 3 and 4, and like if it was like 2, and gameplay wise with like cutscenes in every mission, I really liked that. I really liked that there was more of a story. Whereas like in 3 and 4, it felt like you were just doing activity after activity after
Yeah.
activity, and like hardly any story. Like I really like I love story, and like if they implement like in co-op both characters in the cutscenes somehow, or like for the story to work with 2 people like co-op, you know what I mean? Because like the story for the Saints Row games are meant or tailored toward one boss.
person. Yeah,
You're a boss. You're the boss, and like
the original game didn't even have multiplayer.
Yeah.
It was just a single player thing.
yeah, which. In one, if it would have had co-op, it would have made more sense to have like a co-op story because there's two of you. There's two new people, and like, but with after that, it was like kind of like you were both in the same position.
Right.
So if they tailored it to co-op, where there was like the boss and the boss's right hand man, and the right hand would just be whoever's not the host. Like the host would just be the boss, and then he'd have his right hand man who does everything with him, and he like his boy, you know, or his partner, and like I mean, that'd be an upgrade I would like to see as well. Because like even in GTA Online, like every player is like the cutscenes, and that's
true. I like that. I really like that
fun
part.
things for me is seeing all the goofy characters together. Because like Tammy's Vulture Head and like all the rest of us look normal, and Tammy's character always looks just ridiculous. So like I would love for an implementation of that kind of thing. Because like it's more immersive, and I like the immersion of like when you're playing with someone else. Even in the cutscenes, you are still with the other person you're playing with. Like it continues, and like it doesn't, you don't just vanish, you know what I mean? Like it's not like like we'd be playing it and you'd be like, well, what about me?
Yeah, we just like make up the excuse of like, oh, I gotta take a leak real quick. It's not like I'm gonna walk off screen.
I'll get back, fill me in what happens.
Yeah.
And it was like I would love for it to be like both players are part of the story, and both players are equally involved with the story and what's going on. And like, because we both had voices, we both had different voices.
Yeah,
like
no, I really like that
like,
actually.
If they had it so like co-op, like you could play single player or you could play co-op, and they were slightly different, like story wise. Like when you click co-op, it loads up like a co-op story where it's like you could choose who you want the other guy to be referred to as, and like, you know what I mean? Like it would be I know it's definitely not going to happen. This is definitely wishful thinking, but like in the future, even not just for Saints Row, like that co-op aspect where it's like you're both part of it, because then you just got to be like, if you're not the host, you're not, you know, it's not about you.
It's very like, I don't want to say sad or depressing, but it's like it's very disheartening where it's you're having a good time, you're feeling pretty immersed, and all of a sudden you see a cutscene and it's just your buddy, and like, and you're like, not even in there.
And it'd be cool to have both of them and like an alternate storyline with two people. And so like when you click co-op, it's actually like they're both equally involved, they're both part of this, and they're both being like addressed, because they both, like we said, we both have voices. We're both like, you know, it's not like it couldn't be done. Like there's cutscenes where they'd be talking to me or they'd be talking to you, or like, because in GTA Online there's times like that where it's not just the host, they hand things to the other people too.
Exactly.
So like they're all involved, and it's like it's fun to watch with your friends while you're playing. You're like, hey, there's all of us, like this is cool, we're all involved in this. And it's not like the cutscene just one person, there's just one person, just whoever's hosting. And it's like I don't know, I really hope for that in like future games, not just Saints Row, but like,
well, no, I feel like they totally can do that, because, for example, I'm thinking of like Saints Row 3. Kinsey's on the laptop, and then Boss and Pierce are in the background, and like Pierce finds like the dildo bat and stuff, and like they're playing in the background and stuff, like something like that where you can like easily replace like Pierce with like a second player, or something like that.
Because Pierce wasn't even involved in the mission.
Right, exactly. So it's just like something like that where
just like the inclusion of the second player, like one, like the host or whoever is talking to Kinsey, and then him and Pierce are fighting with the dildos, and like
that would be amazing.
It's easy, like where I feel like they would just have to animate an extra in the cutscenes, only the cutscenes. Like it's like you can add like the separate player model for player 2, because I know it can be done, because it is in other games. Like we said, like GTA Online, like every character is in there. And it's like, it doesn't seem like it's, especially now, because like the technology shouldn't be too hard. I still feel like Saints Row, graphics wise, is gonna lag compared to GTA.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, people prefer something more realistic. Yeah, the closer you can get to real life, the better it'll look in people's eyes. But
and like not even that, like if it's supposed to take place in like the real world, you want it to look like it is. But like if it's like a cartoony game, like we were playing Catherine on the channel, and
Yeah.
like that kind of style is like that, but it's consistent throughout the game. So like if you stick with something like Saints Row 1, and then 2 was similar, and then 3 changed, and then 4 stayed the same change, and then like are they going to change it back, or are they going to like, because there's got to be consistency, because GTA
Yeah.
every game has been consistent
I
with
just
graphics.
think though that issue of like style change was just
Yeah.
because that issue of people kept on saying
calling it
like
clone.
GTA, and so like, hey, we're not GTA.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
But now it's like there is a difference, because Saints Row is more wacky. Even though there's a
Right.
lot of things that GTA is taken from Saints Row. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different things in GTA that wasn't Saints Row first. And so it's
True.
like they go hand in hand, and like to call something a clone of another thing is kind of annoying, and like I feel like not really a thing anymore.
Right.
Like there's a clear divide between Saints Row and GTA now. So it's like it's not going to be a clone no matter what it does, because it already has that reputation of being over the top, which I feel like they're going to continue that and keep it over the top, just because that is what made them different than GTA, to lose the GTA clone like title or whatever. So like I feel like a lot of people are going to be pissed about that.
Personally, I would like to see it go back to realistic.
I would too.
I really.
But like with
maybe
humor,
I'm just
with like with like the 3 and 4 humor,
Yeah.
and like references
with
to,
like, the charm. Yeah.
yeah, the charm for sure, to make it different. But the graphics wise, that's not what's gonna separate. That's not what's gonna make you a GTA clone. If you have GTA like graphics, but you're still goofy, and like you have your own story, and like you have your characters that have been there since the first game, you're already setting yourself aside from GTA by being your own like separate like,
Yeah.
entity, because GTA is a different story every single game, whereas Saints Row has continued it through 1 through hopefully 5. Like I still feel like I don't think they're gonna give up on these characters. They just won't. I feel like they're gonna
I
continue.
feel like they're just too iconic
Yeah,
to let go.
Like that's what Saints Row has. It has the continuity of like a whole series, and like people just don't want it to go away. And like I don't. I know I don't.
I don't
I'm
either.
so excited for 5. Like I check news about it like every single day. I'm waiting for something, but we've got nothing. And that's where it's like, I would like something more than just saying it's in development. I'd want to see. I just wait for the day where they say it's coming soon. Like it's almost like there's an end in sight. There's the waiting is over soon, because like right now all we have is waiting for GTA 5, or GTA 6, Saints Row 5, and like Skate 4. So like all 3 of these games, we know that 2 of them are in development, and then GTA 6 we can only assume that it is at least some started, because it's been fucking almost 10 years that we've got to play a new GTA game, and like I'm gonna lose my fucking mind when those games come out. Like,
Dude, the same thing for me and like Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Skyrim,
yeah.
Skyrim came out in 2011. Like I'm still waiting for that shit.
What's the new title for that? The new Elder Scrolls game?
They haven't released a new title yet. It's just Elder Scrolls. It's still under like Elder Scrolls 6.
Damn, I wonder what that's gonna be like.
I have high hopes.
Because that's in the same vein of like GTA 5, where like GTA 5 and Skyrim are still both great games.
Yeah.
So,
no,
like-
they survived 3 console generations.
Yeah,
and
bro.
shit. Like
Also, Starfield was announced, like a date for that too. How do you feel about that one?
I want to see more.
Yeah.
Obviously, like having like just basic like non-gameplay trailers.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Do you have higher hopes now that they got bought by Microsoft? Higher budget, rather.
Yeah,
I do too.
I'd say that.
Yeah, I
it
have-
sucks. It sucks for PlayStation, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
Us PC boys. don't get
yeah,
fucked.
it doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything to me.
Yeah.
It's not affecting me.
Right. So I have higher hopes for like, because I know Bethesda, like notorious, except for like Skyrim, but like Fallout is where I lie. I love Fallout,
Same.
and like most of it, like the graphic wise, is like, and like the gameplay and like the physics and stuff. It's very like, you're very stiff. It's not real to me, you know. And like you can like scale mountains, like, and like can just walk. and,
Right,
like,
right.
It's very like dull, and like that's why I hope for like like the next Fallout, for example, which actually that's not even a thing, is it? A new Fallout.
Nothing's been heard.
Yeah.
They're the latest thing that they announced was like another add-on for 76.
Oh, really?
So
oh,
it was
gonna
like
keep doing that, huh?
it was the pit. It's like a
oh,
from
that's right.
Fallout 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of sick, actually. I still play 76.
Do you?
Yeah, I
I
like
really want to
76.
get into it.
Yeah.
There's so many times where I tried getting into it, but I think for me, well, I stopped before they added the NPCs. So like I was very bare
Dude,
bones.
it's really fun. I played a lot, and I keep thinking, I'm like, what would this be like with people? Because like this is kind of like fun, but I can't imagine how much more fun it's gonna be like with like more people. Because like in all the trailers, it's like 4 people in their power armor, like shooting these giant beasts.
I'd be down to re-download it.
Dude, I'll get it on my PC. I have it on my Xbox, but I'll get it on my PC, dude, because that game is actually like really fun, and then we can start over again.
Yeah, make a couple fresh boys.
Yeah. We'll start from the beginning, and I really like multiplayer Fallout, and like that's what I've wanted since like.
Well,
3.
I love the idea of it and stuff. Like I just
feel like there's so much more they could have done, though.
Yeah, no,
like it should have been more open to your gameplay choice.
They
'cause you kind of
definitely-
have like a set goal.
They had such a really good concept. They had like they had a really good world to work with and stuff, but they kind of just botched the execution of the actual game itself.
And like even that, like I still played a lot, and like the world is cool. Like the missions are cool. There's like a bunch of actually scary ass monsters, but like. There's a lot of enemies, dude. They enemy spam. I played Fallout 3 recently. They enemy spam the fuck out. I never realized. I thought the enemy spam started in 4. But 3, I was walking through a field, and in front of me were super mutants. I was getting chased by fucking scorpions. To the left of me were ghouls, and then to the right there was these fucking centaur things. Dude, I was cornered. It was so scary, and like I was like shaking. Like I was so scared.
You get fucked pretty early on.
Yeah.
Like the moment they really don't hold back. Now that I think about it, they don't hold back.
I didn't remember that happening.
There's a part when you're going to what's it called? I think it's Rivet City.
Yes.
Or one of the places.
That's where I'm on my way to, and I can't fucking get there.
And like you exit out like the subway area, and then you just get jumped by a bunch of people. Like I think you get jumped by both mercenaries and super mutants, and they kind of just like fuck you at the same time.
Yeah.
And I just remember getting so pissed off because I was under level, or I don't even think I was under leveled. I wasn't strong enough. I didn't have any good guns. I had like shitty armor.
At the beginning, I was like, dude, this is actually really easy. I had so much like health stuff, and then now I fucked. I'm sitting there eating little TV dinners trying to survive, and I'm like sitting there. I'm just
You're
like
just shoving a bunch of crab in your mouth. And
this will make me feel good. Eating fucking iguana on a stick, trying to survive.
Iguana bits.
Yeah. And dude, like I remember I came out of this subway tunnel and I went up these stairs and there was a fucking death claw, dude. And I was like, what is happening? Where am I? I do not remember this game being that difficult. And like, dude, the monsters in that game are actually terrifying. Like, remember the centaurs? Like those little squirrely, little slimy, little fucking tentacle things? Dude, they are fucking terrifying. And like, I remember I was in like this hospital and I was walking and I saw a little red dot on my map and I'm like, what the fuck? And then came around the corner with one of these fucking centaurs, and I screamed. I was like, "Dude, that is so gross looking."
It's such good creature design.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on screen. So if you guys don't know what they are, you can see the fucking terror. I was like, it had to be you. It had to be you. Of anything that could have been that red dot, it had to be one of you. And it was like close quarters, so like it was right in my face, and they have like human faces, dude. It was I was like. I had like goosebumps. I was crawling in my fucking skin, dude. It was disgusting. Those monster designs in 3 specifically are vile. In New Vegas, not so much. They kind of tone it down.
I was trying to think of like creepy characters in New Vegas.
New Vegas for me was like the scorpions, just because they were so powerful.
Yeah, scorpions.
Yeah, and like when you're going to that one place with the giant statues that are like shaking hands, you have to cross through that whole fucking field full of scorpions.
Yeah,
and like the big ants. The ants are terrifying in 3 too. Like that one little kid was like, "I killed my papa." Remember that? I can see that right away at the beginning. And I killed my papa. Help me.
There's one in New Vegas. It wasn't really creepy. I mean, it was kind of creepy, but I thought it was very well designed. I forget the vault name, but it was like a nature thing. a nature vault where it's like they really
Oh, yeah.
and it's like those humans that like got them like infected or like morphed by like the plants or whatever, so they became like a green like little like golem creatures or whatever.
Dude,
and then so like they would hide in the grass and they won't attack you until you like walk next to them and stuff.
Oh, dude, it's like a horror game.
I just remember like I just remember specifically like I was looting a dead body by one of those patches
Oh
of
my
grass.
God, bro.
And so when I looked up from like looking down at the dead body and looking up, I just saw it like crouching, like doing like a little creepy crouch like right in front of me. Dude, I flipped out.
I am such a baby when it comes to games because like Fallout games are like horror games to me, bro. Like that sounds scary as shit.
It was like I said, it was a very well designed like body placement, like loot placement, and like putting an enemy there because they don't attack you right away. It's like
they don't.
No, it's like I don't know what triggers them, but like a good chunk of the time they just enter like a stock phase.
Really?
Stock phase where they just like watch you.
Oh my God.
I think it's like not till you like touch the grass or something like that when they like jump on you and stuff. It's creepy.
You remember the I think this was Fallout 3, the Gary Vault?
Yeah, with all the clones.
Gary.
Dude, okay. I know I go to like I'm a super Elder Scrolls fan, but I'm equally as much of a Fallout fan.
I know that. Yeah,
like
sure.
I love.
We were gonna be Vault Boys for Halloween that one year.
I know. I still think we should go one year. It'd be fun.
Sexy Vault Boys.
Hell yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely, I definitely would play 76 with you,
dude, for sure. Fucking dude, there's some scary ass monsters in 76 as well. Like I said, Fallout 3 was scary as fuck. New Vegas kind of toned it down because that was a different developer. And then 4, I don't think 4 was too bad.
No, 4 was, I don't want to say basic, but
yeah,
I don't know. It
was
unless you're like afraid of synths or whatever, like robot people.
Right,
but even then, I didn't think that was. I thought that was very sci-fi, but I didn't think that was scary.
Definitely the scariest beast in 4 are the crab ones. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh, Mirelurks?
Mirelurks. Oh my fucking God.
I don't think they're scary.
Oh, I can't handle it. Dude, Mirelurks are in 3 and they're like shark people. In 3, remember like they have human bodies kind of thing? Like, they run at you like this. Yeah.
Those are different.
Those
I
freak me
feel
out.
like those are different.
And then the Mirelurks in 4, I literally had to get a mod to change what they look like. There's like phobia mods on Fallout 4 where you can change like specific enemy types into synths, so you don't have to.
Oh, that's smart. Hey, good for you, modders,
dude. Thank you, modders, because I am terrified of Mirelurks. They are so. Like, you can hear them, like, crawling towards you, and I'm like, oh, my God, no. There was one mission where I had to go down in this basement and clear out a bunch of Mirelurks, and I was like, oh, my fucking God. And, like, one of the settlements I got only gets attacked by Mirelurks, and I was like, dude, it makes me so sick. Like, it makes me, terrified.
I think the scariest thing... I think the scariest thing for me in Fallout 4 was just feral ghouls. Like, when you... Like, the idea of them is not really that scary. It's just when you're in, like, a subway area, so it's, like, dark, and you got a bunch of feral ghouls, so they're like sprinting. They're, like, you just got, like, a horde of people, like, chasing after you and shit. Like, that's pretty spooky. I actually recall, because I have a PC so I can mod it, I actually recall like getting like spookier like ghouls or like ghoul mods to like
get scarier mods. I'm over here downloading phobia mods and you're getting scarier ones.
Like ghouls specific. Like, I don't know. There's just something to make it more like terrifying because, especially like when you get high level, it's just like you can just enter vats and like just one shot each one and like one after.
Yeah, they go down pretty easy.
But like you make them like fast or deadly or like just creepier, like you get into a panic more and stuff. It's good. I like it.
Shit, I might play some Fallout tonight, honestly. I was thinking about it, playing Fallout 4 on my PC a couple days ago because like I have a bunch of like building mods.
Yeah,
like my mods are like for settlement building, so like I like to build houses like on all my settlements and like and then me and my wife Piper, me and my wife Piper can go settle down on a nice homestead somewhere.
I haven't installed a single settlement mod.
Oh, really?
I could not be bothered to build.
Really? I get a lot of ones that you can build like modern houses and stuff, and I'm like, ooh, this is kind of fun. And like I put on a podcast, I put on like, I have like radio mods where it's playing like Fall Out Boy and stuff. So I just listen to my alternate radio station, and like And then I have a mod where you can mod your or you can customize your followers. So like you can customize Piper,
Nice.
you can customize Preston and make him look cooler and stuff.
Nice.
So like I gave Preston this mustache, and like made Piper blonde. She's hot as fuck. I'm like, come on, baby.
That for me, the mod, like my main mods that I would download for games like that, for like Fallout and Elder Scrolls, it would be story mods. Just pretty much like for me, it's just adding more content.
Yeah, dude. There was one for there's one for Fallout 4 about for Good Neighbor.
Yeah.
Welcome to Good Neighbor or something like that. That's fucking. I have that one downloaded. I never did it though.
No, I love that shit because like obviously, depending on how many times you replay, like you play some of the things like over and over again. So it's like you know, it's not. I'm not saying that it gets old, but you just know what to expect.
Yeah.
So when you download like a custom story, like something that you've never experienced before, and like some of them are really well made, where they like add voice acting, like customized voice acting and stuff, and like there's some really talented people out there, and that's what I love, because then it's just a whole new thing that I've never experienced for a game that I love.
And some of the stuff is better than what Bethesda
True.
makes.
There's some really good stories out there.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to play like Fallout Miami, like one of those
dude,
huge.
is that out yet?
I think it is.
Because I remember we were talking about that, and we've sent each other trailers for it.
I think
every
there's
time it would come out.
I think there's even like a development for a new one in Britain, like in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think Miami's out, and then there's a new one in development for the UK, or like that takes place in the UK. Like,
dude, it's just so much you can do with this.
I know,
like
it's
you can go
amazing. It's
anywhere.
such an amazing world, and then it's
I
just like you got
love it.
so much stuff you can do.
Because like, yeah, I love the idea of having it in Vegas. Although I feel like if it was made now, New Vegas would look way cooler. Because New Vegas is really boring, like the way it looks.
It's it's a product of its time. But I love the New Vegas storyline.
Me too.
New Vegas is definitely probably like my top.
I agree. I like it better than because for me it's New Vegas 3, 4, 76.
Okay.
And I don't include the first two because I haven't played them.
That's fair.
But like, yeah, New Vegas is definitely
New Vegas is my favorite, dude. I just I love being an NCR Ranger.
Whew. Oh yeah,
favorite.
dude.
That's my favorite shit. I love that.
Which ending do you choose for New Vegas?
I have to go to NCR.
Oh, I'm with like. Oh, you don't even do like the Yes Man and Doctor like the house
done
stuff?
them. I've done them before. I just
wait. What's the NCR ending?
Well, it's just like they take over. Like they win. Yeah. Like they take over Vegas and stuff.
I haven't played that game in so long. I didn't even remember what we were talking. What we were like.
Well, yeah.
What the battle was about.
There's like the 4 main endings. There's the NCR ending. There's the
Caesar's Legion.
Caesar's Legion. Then there's the Yes Man, and then there's the House.
Yeah.
Ending. So.
I always choose Yes Man.
I think Yes Man is like universally loved by everyone, or like just because
it used to be my wallpaper on my computer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cute. But well, talking about endings, why don't we end the podcast? We're at about 100 or what? An hour and 17 minutes.
An hour and 17 minutes.
So let me get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's funny because Fallout nukes, another dangerous thing that you could die by.
Another dangerous topics tonight.
Dangerous topics.
I'm feeling a little dangerous, Mike.
Yeah. Hey, why don't we continue what we started before we start recording?
Let me get out of here.
Yeah, get over here.
We'll see you guys later.
Hey, take it easy, guys.